Today, we're going to be talking about Enjin. Now, Enjin is a cryptocurrency that has generated a lot of attention in the last week, particularly due to its meteoric price rise. But I want to be breaking down just what the heck Enjin is, what it does, and why everyone is so gosh darn excited about it at the moment. Now, Enjin is specifically focusing on the gaming industry, and I believe, as well as many other people in the crypto space, that gaming is going to be one of the core fundamental building blocks of the next big movement in the crypto industry. And we see a lot of major blockchains putting a lot of money into this. For example, Tron's putting $100 million to incentivize people to build games on their blockchain. It is getting very real very, very quickly. And the gaming industry is massive, and the utility that blockchain can bring to the gaming industry is very real and very serious for some of the reasons we're going to lay out in this video. So bringing blockchain and gaming together will be a key evolution for both industries. Now, Enjin, the company, has actually been in the IT business since 2009, but the current iterations that they're doing in the blockchain industry is where they are really shining. They have things going on like the Enjin Blockchain Gaming Multiverse. This is a collective of 35 interconnected games, apps, and websites that share select blockchain assets. In this sharing of assets, in this interconnected universe, is where blockchain and gaming are really going to shine through. And it's all about NFTs, or non-fungible tokens. These are unique game assets like rare cards or unique heroes or some kind of rare weapons, for example. This is made possible via the ERC-1155. What essentially that is a new standard of Ethereum-based tokens. Many of the ERC tokens that you will have will be ERC-20 tokens. The ERC-1155 is something different, something specifically made for the gaming industry. So this allows for custom tokens that can be cross-platform compatible, that will be automatically, in this case, supported by the Enjin Wallet, empowered by a robust suite of modular smart contracts, made super easy to create via Enjin's Mint Shop. Enjin also offers easy creation of fungible tokens as well. These are things like in-game currencies or in-game gold coins, generic items like food or clothes or something like that, which are abundant in a game but can still have value. And there are already games that can be played today using Enjin items. Remember that multiverse already exists and it's growing all the time. And there are some really awesome games which are being built that are coming soon. We're going to watch a short trailer of a game called Age of Rust coming to a blockchain near you. That's a very exciting looking game without a doubt. If you remember back a few weeks ago, we looked at a trailer from something called Neon District. Well, Neon District is running on Loom, but we can see that the quality of games being built on blockchain is developing massively. No more of this 1980s retro crap games that nobody really wants to play, that aren't addictive, that aren't super fun, that don't have cool graphics. These games are going to be fun. These games have good graphics. These games are going to change the paradigm of how we understand blockchain and gaming. Now, Enjin is releasing a blockchain software development kit, which is coming to Unity's asset store in the middle of March. Now, Unity, this is big because Unity has 4.5 million developers that use Unity. Now, all of those developers using Unity are going to be able to easily create and integrate blockchain assets on over 25 mass market platforms. By the way, Neon District is built on Unity. So we can see this coming together here of industry gaming giants and blockchain gaming giants to make amazing unisons to bring the industry forward. And Enjin has just confirmed another massive partnership. Now, I reported the rumor a week ago, or maybe a little more, and yes, it seems that indeed Enjin is partnering with Samsung on the new S10. Now, the full details of that partnership remain to be disclosed at this time, but the team at Enjin has confirmed that yes, indeed, there is a partnership, but they can't disclose all the details yet. But it is huge to see that happening without a doubt. Now, the integration of an Ethereum wallet into the phone is big. Can you just imagine receiving an in-game item in a game that you just happen to be playing, and your phone just pops up saying like, hey, would you like to use Samsung Key Store's Ethereum wallet? Or even better, would you like to use Samsung Key Store's Enjin wallet to store this item? It will become less of a hurdle to onboard new users in this case. Now, at this time, the Samsung Key Store is only available to people in the US, Canada, and Korea, but of course that will be expanding over time. If, this is an if, but definitely a maybe, I would say, if the Enjin wallet is integrated into the phone, that's going to be amazing. Well, not just for Enjin, but I think for adoption overall, because people will just be able to go play the games and get the assets, have real money, real crypto in their wallets, on their phones. How many people are going to be exposed to cryptocurrencies via the gaming world? Millions upon millions, and that's massive. This is the exact kind of thing that we want to have people coming into the crypto industry, engaging with these assets, and we can have actual games that are actually fun to play and have actual users. That's going to be game changing, because right now we don't really have a lot of good dApps, and that's a big problem for the crypto industry overall. Gaming might solve that issue for us. And that brings us to the Enjin Wallet. Now, the Enjin Wallet's actually a really solid crypto wallet for storing your assets. I've got one on my phone, but I don't use it very often, but still I do like the overall feel of it. It is a non-custodial service available on mobile, and you can swap and exchange natively from the wallet. It supports ERC-1155 tokens, ERC-721 tokens, ERC-20 tokens, Bitcoin, and Litecoin. So obviously, most of the support there going for Ethereum, but it's great to see Bitcoin and Litecoin also integrated into that wallet. And now the native exchange functionality is really, really important, because that allows you to move assets around in a very fluid and seamless way. Now, they are partnered up with Bancor, Changelly, and Kyber, all working together to help make that easy exchange process from the wallet, and of course to make the user experience as friendly as possible. When you click on the wallet, to do an exchange, it'll give you the option to select any of these 3 services with real-time exchange rates for you to choose the best option. Of course, it'll be awesome to see more blockchains supported on the Enjin wallet in the future, but that's where we are at the moment. Maybe we'll see EOS or Tron integrated at some point in the near future, but no announcements have even been rumored as such yet. Now then we also have Enjin X. Now this is the ad-free Ethereum Explorer that supports Ethereum, ERC20, and ERC1155 assets. Now this will be super important in terms of actually being able to go to your address and view your in-game items. And also being an ad-free service is a nice little bonus. Now there are a few services like Kyber and Cause.io that are already using branded versions of Enjin X versus other Ethereum block explorers, which is kind of cool to see starting off. Now the Enjin token. Enjin is a cryptocurrency, of course, and it is used for virtual goods, namely the in-game items that can be exchanged, traded, or swapped cross-platform with the potential to create entirely new in-game e-commerce ecosystems utilizing the ERC1155 token based on the Ethereum blockchain. The important thing here is that the items can move across games seamlessly, and value can be transferred in and out of the blockchain also in a very friction-free way. And moving assets across games is awesome because you can have whole universes with multiple games that develop, and you can have a hammer or a suit of armor move across all of these games. And it can be really interesting in its application, but also if you want to cash out, they're trying to make that as easy as possible too, because every item created is done so using Enjin's development platform and is backed by Enjin Coin. Now this guarantees that the item will have value, that it will have authenticity, and that it will have scarcity. So that one sword, for example, you might need to have 50 Enjin tokens to back that one sword. So this gives that real world value based on the value of Enjin. So just getting the assets and holding on to them, whether or not they become popular in the game, you still have that Enjin cryptocurrency balance, which is super cool. But let's assume that you have the Enjin and the game gets really popular and it goes up then. So there's a lot of ways that these assets can increase in value over time. Now the important thing here is that the assets are meltable. So they are meltable assets. This means that essentially you can cash them out for Enjin tokens. So if we have that sword that is backed by 50 Enjin, well, you can melt the sword and get your 50 Enjin tokens. That's pretty awesome. Let's say, hey, it's a tough month, you need to pay your bills, well, you cash out some of your game assets and get money. Possible. Let's say you just want to do something else with your cash. You're done playing games. Cash out, move on. It makes it super, super easy and super quick to do. Now, currently there are around 8 million Enjin, which are locked up in meltable assets, and the ecosystem has barely started. This is really impressive, actually, to see how far it's come already. Just imagine when there are hundreds of games which are using Enjin, how many tokens are going to end up being locked up, and how rare will the Enjin coin actually become on the markets. Now, all the assets that are created via the Mint Shop will be archived in the Blockchain Legacy Collection because they think that at some point we'll look back on this moment and go, wow, remember when we created the first blockchain-based assets and how cool that was? And the profits from the creation of assets using the Mint Shop will be used to buy back Enjin tokens to try and ensure the long-term viability of the model. Then we have Affinity. Affinity is Enjin's sidechain for Ethereum. This is super awesome. This makes for instant token scaling. Sidechains are so important for things like games because obviously the main Ethereum chain, gets clogged up and all kinds of crazy business can happen over there from time to time. With a sidechain, you relieve a lot of that stress, and only when you want to do these value transfers over to Ethereum, for example, do we see these main chain transactions happening. So you have the side chain running and talking to Ethereum, but you can have so many more transactions happening on that side chain. And this highly scalable network will allow for you to build all kinds of things. Collectible card games, for example, dApps that can actually have millions of users, hundreds of thousands of users. Right now, if a dApp has a few thousand users and people are actually using it on a large basis, that can bring Ethereum to a damn near standstill. And that's not how you get mainstream adoption. You need these side chains to bring in massive amounts of people. to blockchain games. And then, of course, we can have multiple gaming universes and all this fun stuff happening with value transfers going from one game to another, being melted out and changed into another ecosystem, and it's pretty cool when it comes down to it. Now, recently, the market around Enjin has been exploding with all of the news. We've seen the price have an absolutely meteoric rise from around 3 cents a month ago to around 21 cents at the moment. Probably not the super best time to enter a position into Enjin if you weren't already in it a month ago. But that being said, even though I anticipate a cool down period to happen, I think the long-term economics of Enjin is very strong, because as the ecosystem grows, as more games come to the ecosystem, as more Enjin is locked up in those assets, we're going to see Enjin become increasingly scarce on public markets. That may take a time to get there. That might happen in a couple of years, for example. But again, the long-term trend for how the tokenomics work out for Enjin, I find really, really interesting in terms of building out this gaming world. And look, Enjin's not the only company working on gaming on blockchain. We have Loom, we have Cocos, we have Wax, we have a whole bunch of others which are looking to shake up the way that we understand gaming. And there's a place for all of them. It's not a zero-sums game. Enjin doesn't have to take all the business. Loom doesn't have to take all the business. Cocos doesn't have to take all the business. They can all work together to build a better value system for the gaming industry. And the implications, if they get it right, which they seem to be doing that currently, are going to be huge with an H. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about Enjin down below in the comment section. As always, I really appreciate you taking the time to write those comments. I read them all, and I really appreciate your point of view, so hit me up down below. Let me know what you think about Enjin. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, leave a thumbs up on it. You can always subscribe to the channel if you are new around here, and hit that notification bell if you want to know when I put out a new video. Long live the blockchain, and peace out till next time.